Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. We've reached the halfway mark of the regular season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll run here from the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Let's go. Back-to-back carries here. This is ahead for about 5. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They give to Harris from the gun. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon. who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Trying to run in. Harris. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just 1 yard on 1st and goal. Still 4 yards to go on 2nd.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe. You push a little closer. And now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Harris. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Mevis ready to send this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Cuts it to the right sideline. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
1st down, here's Lamar. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Ravens respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Wright ready to send this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Cuts right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to the air here. Short pass brought in. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Handoff now from the gun. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, they go with Harris. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He finds Pickens left side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here's Harris. And he'll get them enough for a first down. So hold on one moment. We did have a player injured on the last play, and that's Najee Harris. In some discomfort out there. Not good. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll try and punch it in. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Harris flays his way in for the touchdown. The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
This one is up and good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Mevis ready to send this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the 38. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the gun, Jackson. Dumped off to his running back. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. He landed Roberts coming over for the hit.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Looking slant route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll run here on first down. Oh, he loses the football. Steelers have it, headed the other way. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You know, this just can't happen. First down, it really can't. I mean, balls.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Lamar now from the gun. Into the hands of Walker. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. Trying the right side. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They're running again. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Middle. 180.
3rd time's the charm. He gets it again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Right on for the extra point. Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Ravens tie things up at 14. Ready to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
He was descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Running behind center with Harris. And he'll maybe get 2 out of that, so that play brings us to the 2-minute warning. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Finds his man over the middle. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run it with Harris. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He connects downfield on 4th. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now an inside handoff to Harris, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. He's on the move. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. And credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Mevis able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but... the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Back to throw it. Makes the grab in bounds left side.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
DC,
1st and 10 now from the 30. Right up the gut. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Back to the well again. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha, say hi. Wait on.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Report.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Steelers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
Going to Harris to start the half. And he gets this forward to the 19. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Steelers first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Harris once more. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun here. This throw is caught. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
He's back to throw. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers grab the lead on their first series of the half. George Pickens the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Nevis with a point after. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Nevis ready to send this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Alpha, sit up.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the pocket. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. First down, here's Lamar. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They give to Harris from the gun. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Staying on the ground with Harris. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Pass play coming here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because that defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right, offensively didn't get the job done, but I'm going to give a gold star to the defense. Anytime you make contact and you disrupt that pass, that's a job well done defensively.
Looking to throw. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Jackson, quick pass wide. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Jackson throwing here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now looking to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 22. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st down, ball at the 36. From the gun, they go with Harris. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking for a throw here. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
On 2nd and 9. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers now lead by 10. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11. Mevis ready to send this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
180. Hey, middle.
From the gun, Jackson. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Shot. 180. Nice shot. Hey. Shot.
Lamar now from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for 2nd down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10, give to Harris. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, set. 79 Broncos. Come, my team, go.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Roquan Smith with the pick. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. That's caught. He found some space. Has room down the left sideline. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now within one score in the fourth. So here's a big play from the Ravens as they line up for two.
Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
Jackson's throwing for it. And he's got it. That gets him two and puts them within a field goal here late. Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
And this is recovered by the Steelers. Massive hit. The ball is out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Jackson hits his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Flush down now to his left. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he drives it forward for a modest gain. Give him 4 on that play, so now they've got 2nd and goal.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Another carry for him. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. The Ravens have taken the lead late. And it's good. So they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Ready to send this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. Called in left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Back to throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
To throw. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Try and push it deep downfield. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on fourth down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. Back-to-back carries here. And they take him down right along the 30. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival.